Hey, what is up guys? So we are going to be checking out the new Forbidden list, and this is officially finally on Konami. Let's go ahead and check it out. This is my first time, so I guess you get my reactions too. Alright, so starting off, oh man, Blaster. Called it, man. Alt Redux, Tempest, and Title. So they just got rid of all of them. That is kind of sad because we never really got to mess around with the 95, that version of the deck. But there's still other ways to play it, guys. Don't worry. Alright, so all of the Dragon Rulers are banned. Okay. And then next up, ooh, Snatch Steal. I kind of talked about that in my vid too. Okay, okay, so that's it for banned. Alright, so cards that are now limited to one. We now have Sinister Serpent. Wow, called that card too. It's basically got like a once per like duel or something like that. And then we have Tour Guide is now at one, so Burning Abyss basically got hit right there. And then next up we have Dragon Ravine. Oh, okay. That is now at one. I mean, you could technically run multiple copies of Terraform because Dragon Ravine, you just get rid of a card anyways, so that's not bad at all. And then next up we have Preparation of Rites, which I kind of talked about. You know, gotta hit the Necros just a little bit. The deck is definitely still playable. And then next up Sacrifice. Oh, didn't I just talk about that? Okay, and then next up Symbols of Heritage. If you guys don't know what this card does, there's a lot of loops with this card anyways. There's also, there was a DeLorean loop with this. This card was just like, you know, asking for it, man. And then Temple of the Kings. Okay. This card is going to be, it lets you basically use a trap card like once during the turn you set. That's interesting. And there's also another card, Beast of Circuit or something like that, which I think you need Temple of the Kings. So maybe that card will eventually come off. Well, actually, I don't think that card is actually banned. I think so. Now you can kind of play with that card. That's interesting. Next up, ooh, Crush card. Ooh. But of course it's getting its errata, so it's like Crush card, the old Crush card is like 1,000 times better. Next up, Exchange of the Spirit. And again, don't worry, it's probably getting its errata anyways. And then we have Ring of Destruction, which I don't know if I mentioned, yeah, I think I mentioned Ring of Destruction. It got an errata anyway, so that's totally viable. And then, wow, Skill Drain. I don't think anyone saw this coming. I think a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, I hate Skill Drain so much. And that's interesting that they decided to hit that. I just totally didn't see that one coming. I thought that was kind of like an anti-meta-ish card, but Cleese did kind of abuse it more than any deck, because it was so annoying to get like so many monsters and they don't have you know, that reduced attack. And then Vandies. I think we all kind of saw this one coming. Let's be realistic. I just think it's such a scumbag thing. Konami's like, okay, everyone has Vandy's Emptiness now, because Vandy's, we just reprinted it. Everyone has access to it. Oh, by the way, bro, it's at 1 now. So all the people got wrecked. Oh, Clipboard Scout is somewhat limited. Oh, I talked about that too. That's not really going to hurt the deck too much, because you still had it. And wow, they put Advanced Ritual Art also. That is something I did not expect them to hit because, again, all the normal pendulums and stuff like that. And then we have Necros of Bryanak. Oh, okay. So Necros are so much better right now in the TCG than they are in the OCG. So don't worry, all you Necros player, this is not going to destroy the deck. You still have Unicore at multiple, and you still have Manju and Senju. Manju and Senju aren't limited, right? Let me double check on this, or they weren't banned. Yeah, they're still at 3, so that's really what gets the deck really rolling. But Brian, that's still making the deck relatively strong, so don't worry, guys. Shien, okay. I don't think I talked about this in my video. I felt like Natria Beast was just more viable anyways, so I mean, I would rather have made Natria Beast than Shien in the first place if I could have. But that's interesting. The no gateway, so wait until Gateway gets that near rod. Ooh, Charge of the Light Brigade. That is super interesting. I really did not expect that at all. That's like super random. I guess Lightsworn could be a little bit happier. Other things that were splashing in Lightsworn. And also, guys, remember there's new Chaos Dragon support, so maybe we'll go back to running a few Lightsworn, like, you know, cards like Lila. Maybe like one Raikou, or maybe like Raiden, because Raiden is a tuner. It allows access to Synchroning in the deck, so that's cool. And then Sacred Sword and 7 stars, so it's like that draw power card that was basically used in Dragon Rulers, but you know, they're kind of gone. Next up, oh wow, oh my gosh, hold on. I know you guys can't see this because I can move the camera. Anyways, first off, Fire Fist Spirit. Wow, I talked about that, and then we have all of the the Dragon Rulers. And then, let me go ahead and actually move this real quick so you guys can actually see. We're doing this live. Alright, actually, hold on. We can, let's just move it. Like, there we go. There we go. Alright, so, Fire Fist Spirit, I called that. And then Bestiary, wow. Wow, guys, it went from 1 to 3. That does not happen very often in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! But I've been saying it forever. This card is a joke. And wait, hold on. The best joke, hold on. Is it still really banned? Is it still really banned? Oh my gosh, Stratos is still banned. Okay. I'll keep it together. And Gores, wow, I talked about that going to 3 too. Tragodia is still at 2 though, right? Tragodia is still at 2. I like Tragodia more because it just allows more combos. I wish Gen X Ally Birdman went to multiple, but we got Lone Fire. Wow, that's pretty cool, guys. Remember, guys, they're making that new plant-like archetype where like you get to heal up, and then you, the more life points you have, the basically you get better effects, or you get effects. So that's pretty good. And then Goyo Guardian, I actually mentioned that, and the Hermetic Seal of Convocation, I did mention that. Wow, I was right on like so many things, guys, but wow, dude, I can't believe I was right on like so many things. I mean, I think the only thing I didn't really mention was like Xian, Light Brigade, Sacred Sword, but like that's whatever. That's not really going to affect the game too much. But that's absolutely crazy how right I was on that ban list. I'm too good, man. I got them secret Konami connections. But thank you indeed for watching, guys. Let me know what you think of this list. Let me know what decks you think are going to be good. I know from the top of my head, the deck that is meta that took the biggest hit, in my personal opinion, is definitely Burning Abyss, because Tour Guide really makes that deck just so insanely strong, because then you gotta search out another Tour Guide like later. But Necro is definitely still viable, and I think Klee is definitely still viable. I mean, they got a little hit here and there, but I still think the deck is relatively strong. I mean, you still have 4 copies of Scout. It's not like, you know, it's going... And we only have 1 copy of Skill Drain for the players that did play 3 copies. So, I mean, there's a lot of new stuff that we can mess around with, but I love how Stratos is still banned, man. I still can't get over that, but we can talk about that another day. That is so trolls, though. But anyways, thank you for watching, guys. Have a great day, and like I said, let me know what you think of the list. Let me know what decks you think are going to be meta, or what decks don't work anymore. Off the top of my head, I feel like Burning Abyss is not completely dead, but it did take, I would say, the biggest hit out of any of the meta decks. I'm so glad they didn't ban Construct, because that was, like, out of nowhere. That was freaking RKO. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Asian Eyes signing out for real this time. I still can't believe it. Stratos banned.